They went quiet because they don't want you to know they're watching. But they have also given you an open invitation. They are emotionally exhausted. You've had massive big changes. Until now, they have pretended not to care, but there's some kind of communication coming in because they don't know how to react. It's like you've done so much better than they expected. Exceeded a lot of people's expectations, okay? People who were very unfair, mean, weird situation. I'm getting like a business, if not business. I mean, it could be anything, but just something to be aware of. Like someone really trying to take advantage of you because they think you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. If not, it's time to get things together. Get paperwork together. Just get life together. Don't live in fear of this. Red flags everywhere. You know what it's about. If it's for you, please don't be paranoid. I'm just saying it's something you've been putting off. It could just be a conversation, may not be related to business. But I'm also getting just like bookkeeping, legal issues. Perhaps people have counted on you burying your head in the sand and not taking care of this. It's time to take care of it. And that doesn't mean you need to spend a fortune taking care of it. It just means it's time to take care of things. Take care of business. It is time to take care of business, okay? In a good way. Someone is hoping to have some kind of conversation with you where they can ask you questions and you won't be prepared. But you will be prepared. You are prepared. Not noble. Like I said, they think they can take advantage of you. They think you're dumb. Well, actually, they don't. They did. They convinced themselves you were dumb. Look, emotional vampire came out. They know you're not dumb. Time for healing. Biggest mistake. Never again. Don't bury your head in the sand. Something involving emotions, finances, credit cards. Someone hoping that you're not going to be prepared. So when they come in to ask you, they can take advantage. I know this is a weird situation, and I know it won't apply to everybody. It's just time to do it. You can do this. You are strong enough to do this. People have seen you change and take responsibility, take accountability. And I'm not trying to say you've done anything wrong. I just mean it's like someone sees you as a sitting duck, a target. I'm just getting one of those conversations where somebody is going to, okay, look, I'll get back to that unexpected revelation. A shocking revelation will change your perspective. It's like one of those conversations where somebody puts legal documents in front of your face and you're just like, I don't know what I'm looking at. And they still might do that. But be prepared. You didn't do anything wrong. It's nothing to be scared of. It's something that if you just get a handle on it, it's going to be fine. And that may mean even using AI or something to do some research. Find out what's going on here, but burying your head in the sand isn't going to help. And this is someone who counted on you to do that. It's almost like someone who sees that you have something of value and they want to come in and take advantage of it. Like, hey, can I have that? Hoping you won't know how much it's actually worth. It's really nothing to panic over. Jealousy issues. It's like they hope you won't know there's buried treasure under your house or something. You might say, I don't have a house. It's an example. It could be something else. It could even be, I just got this, because it's really the energies that come at me. It can apply in so many different ways. It could also be that you don't know your worth, your skills, some kind of professional skills, and someone's hoping you'll ask for a lower salary, or that they can come in and ask you to do some job for them that you should get paid twice as much for. Yeah, you're worth more than what you think. They're hoping you won't see that. They're getting a little bit scared. What came out at the beginning? Yeah, open invitation. It's funny because there's an open invitation, but at the same time they're being quiet because they don't want to show their hand. It's like playing poker. You know, they're going to be quiet. They're not going to act like they have a good hand. Emotionally exhausted. They're emotionally exhausted from watching you and trying to figure this out. Look, they think it's a thing where they're playing chess and you're playing checkers. But if you get your ducks in a row, instead of being a sitting duck, I know a lot of duck analogies here. If you get everything in a row, figure out what's really going on, you won't be a sitting duck. If you go in with any kind of information, knowing what questions to ask. If somebody's just hoping they can come in at the right time and have a conversation with you where you'll just go along and won't ask questions, accept a salary of, just example, $50,000 when it should have been $100,000. But you wouldn't know that because you hadn't done the research. Because maybe that $50,000 sounds like a lot, and you're happy with that. Great. But I'm just saying, don't short yourself. This person wants you to short yourself. They want to take advantage. They've done more research than they want to admit. Here's the thing. The way the outcome's going to go, I'm telling you, if you do your own research, and it doesn't even have to be long. I'm not trying to say this is going to take days of your life. This could be something you take care of in an hour. Just do some research. Educate yourself a little bit. Like I said, use AI, use Google or something, or other resources, okay? But it has to do with your livelihood, your skills. And you might think you don't have any skills. Yes, you do. You could be someone who hasn't worked in years. You could be a stay-at-home mom. Someone could be coming in trying to offer you something. You still need to get paid more for it, okay? If it's not that, it's some kind of property that you own, or an inheritance that you don't know is coming, or that you do know is coming, but you don't really know how much it's worth because someone has taken advantage of that. Look, that's an age-old tactic. It's just like tax laws. They're hoping, honestly, that you're going to overpay and that you won't know how to save money on your taxes. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about here. Educate yourself. And it's not going to be painful. Like, the outcome of this is going to be really good. You already know this is coming if this is for you, or you've had suspicions. But it's nothing to be scared of. And I've gone through it too. Like, there are times you don't want to do your bookkeeping because you don't want to know. But once you do your bookkeeping, you know. Or just like weighing yourself, okay? It could apply in that way too somehow. It's like you don't want to know how much you weigh if you gain weight. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. And some people do want to know. But sometimes you don't know until you go to the doctor. It's like, what? I gained that much? Or maybe you thought you gained more. That happens. Sometimes you think you've gained a lot more. You get on the scale at the doctor's office or at home, and it's like, oh, it's not that bad. Burying your head in the sand isn't going to help. It's not going to help. Because that's what they're counting on. I know it's a weird reading. I keep saying that lately. I know. I'm getting some weird ones. But it's stuff that people need to know and need to deal with. Because the longer you put it off, it could be bad, but it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Dodging bullets, blocking bad energy, escaping toxic people, haters can't touch you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They are being very quiet because they're hoping that you are uninformed, uneducated. It's like someone scouting you from a distance that you don't even know is watching, because why would they tell you they're watching? You have feelings about it, though. Look, I just saw, this really hit home for me. I just saw a video the other day where a guy said, and I mean, it really resonated with me. He said, people block their money by not having a clean house or having a disorganized house. And I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of us, if we've received the download, like if we realize money is a frequency, wealth, abundance is just a frequency. If you're living in scarcity, that's low vibe. That's really old earth. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm just going to say your life can change quickly. And don't expect everybody's living the same reality that you are. Your reality is in here. A lot of people are just living a completely different reality. It seems like everything works out for them. It's a frequency thing. Like, you might have a lot of clutter in your house. You might have a lot of objects, things just sitting around. It's time to get things in order, because spiritually, I mean, it's the same thing. It's like as above, so below, as within, so without. Everything out here reflects your inner world. Like, let's say you just have a storage closet or a bedroom where you keep all your junk or something. There could be stuff of value in there. There could be stuff that's holding you back. There's energy in there. Everything carries energy. Everything has a frequency. You don't know what's going to happen until you start cleaning it out. It's just like cleaning out your thoughts. Shadow work, working on yourself. Your life will elevate when you work on yourself. Like the money thing, like the guy saying people don't realize they're blocking their money. It doesn't have to be literal money, just any kind of abundance. It's like this. If your house is disorganized, chaotic, you're just like, I don't have time for this. It doesn't seem important. Well, what are you going to do if a house guest shows up? And it could be somebody you actually want to stay with you, and you're like, oh no, I can't have someone stay with me because my guest bedroom is cluttered. Or I can't even make up like a little tiny place for them to have a sleeping bag on the floor. Like maybe you don't have a guest room or something. But I mean, they don't even have a place to sleep on the floor to come see you because, oh no, I got to clean my house. It's like that. It's like you have to make room. Be faithful in little, and you'll be given more. Make room for new stuff by cleaning out the old. It's time to do that. Because this person is like sitting back hoping. In fact, that's bringing up something from a few years ago. I was staying with a friend, and they had so much stuff around, like just stuff they had accumulated. Well, they sold something online. This guy comes to their house, and he starts looking around. He's like, "Well, you got all kinds of stuff here." And he was going to try to buy something, and then some other guy shows up. It's like, that's what I mean. The crazy thing was, this person, my friend, was always trying to hustle, looking for money. Pretty smart in business, but also didn't know how much money they had around. How many like physical assets, things they could convert to money. But guess what? Someone else shows up and is trying to lowball them. Oh, I'll buy that whole thing over there for $100 when maybe it's worth $10,000. It's that kind of thing. It's like someone's looking at you from the outside, being real quiet, hoping they can just slip in. I'll take that. I'll give you a couple dollars for that. It's exactly that. Exactly that kind of energy, I should say. Because you could be telling me that you don't have anything, you're living in your car. I'm telling you, you have something. You have what's in here. You have skills. You could even, look, there could be somebody out there who wants you to help them write a book about how to live in your car successfully, okay? You could write that book yourself and publish it. It doesn't matter what situation you're actually in right now. That is the energy coming through. It is just time to get things in order. We all need to do that. Plus, I know some people don't realize this either, but everything out here is a projection of what's in here. Everything carries energy. If you got clutter, it's like it's taking more of your mind to keep that created. I know it sounds crazy, but everything puts off a frequency. My ears are ringing as I say this. Everything puts off a frequency. And if you just have clean lines in your house, like even if you just organize stuff, like let's say instead of keeping something in a pile, you organize it and just put it on a shelf. It's the same stuff. It's just, it looks prettier. It's easier for your mind to take in. It's easier for you to digest in a way. It's easier to think about. And this stuff that you may be putting off, it's not going to be what you think. It's going to be so much better. Your life is going to be better because whether you realize it or not, it's always in the back of your mind. How can I fix this? How can I fix this? It's time to get rid of the clutter. Time to get rid of the clutter. Because I'm telling you, someone sees what you think is junk as treasure. They see that. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You're setting yourself up for failure by not realizing your worth, by treating even yourself, even like I said, your skills as nothing. When there's someone out there watching you who sees what you're good at. And like I said, these people are going to downplay it. That's how they work. That's how they work. They're not going to be excited. They're not going to act like you have anything because then you're going to jack up the price on them. But you need to understand what the price actually is. You have a lot of assets. You do. And it's time to get those in order and just figure out where you are. And you know what? It could also be weight. It could be avoiding the scale. I'm not trying to tell you to weigh yourself. I just mean, if it's been on your mind, let's say you could even be somebody with health problems. I do believe that you can speak, I am healed. I can tell you are healed. But you know, things are going to accelerate faster. That's the hack to the universe, is to believe it's happening and also take action. Like if you tell yourself, I am thin, but you're just eating garbage every day, eating 10,000 calories worth of garbage, it's not going to work. If you're saying I am thin or I have lost weight, whatever, and you're actually trying to do something about it and you're exercising, it's going to accelerate it. It's going to happen faster when your belief and your actions and your thoughts and your words line up. They all have to line up. Look, I've learned this, like the dieting, whatever it is, no matter what it is, working out. If you are doing the action, but in your mind thinking, oh, I'll never get this done, this is never going to happen, then it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow, but it's like a four-pronged approach. Words, thoughts, actions, beliefs. Because the belief is really the main one. The belief is where everything lines up together. But the actions have to go along with it. And you know, there's something I did, I'm not even going to go into what it was, but I've been manifesting something that would get taken care of in my life, that is clutter in my life. And I've been taking action toward it, and I know what I'm talking about. Because as I manifested it, even though I didn't want to do it, I'm like, no, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. My beliefs started lining up with it, and I started taking action. It's one thing at a time. Like, you might not take the action immediately. Like, if you start saying, I am thin, I look like a thin person. I look in the mirror and I've lost weight. Let's say at first you are eating garbage. You're eating really bad stuff. If you keep saying that, one day you're going to be like, I've had enough of this. I'm going to stop doing this. Your life is going to rearrange to the point where you are tired of that, you're disgusted with that, and you finally take action, and the action is what's going to increase it. I hope that makes sense, because I've had it happen in my own life. Just because you haven't taken the action yet doesn't mean you don't need to speak it. There is value in speaking it and imagining it, because then all of a sudden one day it's like, wait a minute, I need to make a change. I can do this. The universe will put things in front of you to help you along. And then when you do take the action, you'll get helped along more. It's just like it greases the wheels. But if you got that disbelief where you're like, I can't do this, why am I trying? It doesn't matter, nothing good ever happens to me, then you've undone everything. Yeah, things can still happen, but not nearly as quickly. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I wish someone had told me this a long time ago, because now I see it. Anyway, last card. You can do this. You can do this. Don't put it off. You can do it. You have nothing to hide. Oh, what a perfect card to come out for this reading. Because that's what I feel like. In the clutter, there's something hidden. And you even might think you have something to hide. Like maybe you're someone who keeps your house clean. I don't know. But just as an example, if you get your house clean, you'll be able to do more things. If you get that closet cleaned out or that junk room or whatever, you'll be able to have something else in there. You'll see an asset that you have to use instead of just junk. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's like you're afraid to face something. I know a lot of us go through this. And even if you're someone who's really good at keeping their house clean, it could be chaos in some other area. But I'm telling you, people are watching and they don't see chaos. They see treasure, buried treasure in your skill set, in your property, whatever it is. Someone is seeing buried treasure in you that you don't see. And they want to devalue that and take from you. Even if they do, though, you're going to get rewarded. Because especially if you are pure in heart, look, anybody who takes advantage of you is going to regret it. That's the truth. But why shouldn't you take advantage of you? That's what I mean. You have nothing to hide. Stop acting like you do. You have nothing to hide. Everything's going to work out. You can do anything. Do not let anyone hold you back. You can do anything. No matter what your situation is, like I said, even living in your car. You could be like, I've been doing that for so long. Well, guess what? You have skills someone else needs, because other people would like to know how to do that. Even if you're living on the street. There are people who might be like, how are you doing that? How are you pulling that off? I want to know how to live on the street and survive. You would be shocked. You have assets. I don't care who you are. You have things to work with, and someone is seeing that. And it's time for you to harness that and use it for yourself. Use it for good. You have nothing to hide, so stop behaving like you do. You have nothing to hide. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.